She won't leave me alone. Most evenings all I do is sit at home, think about the girl I done right or wrong. She's got my heart tied in a knot. Well, I make it out, no problem at all. All I got left to do is sit here and drink. Another lonely night down at the bar.
Well, guys, got some good news. That's a happy 150,000 mile rod bearing. You can see little materials worn, very little. That's nothing. But for shits and gigs, I'm gonna get a set of bearings and throw rod bearings in here because this engine was.
What's up, Active? Oh. Alright, man. So, those era Jeep Grand Cherokees, if it has the 4-liter inline 6, most commonly the transmission's bad. It's pretty common with this era. So, if I were you, I'd start looking for a used transmission.
Ran upside down. As like this. It was upside down because the car was upside down and it ran like this, so no oil was going to the crank. But for the 30 seconds we ran with no oil, sure as fuck didn't hurt none.
Yeah, I'm sorry, buddy. I wish I could help you with that, but yeah, your transmission.
That's what we're gonna do. We're just gonna slap some rod bearings in here, and then we're gonna go ahead and do a gasket, reseal, head gasket, everything top. Damn belt.
If your car fucked up, don't panic, don't trip. With these hands, baby, I can do magic, bitch. I can fix any car on the planet, all of it. Hit my line right now, I'm a mechanic, hit me up. If your car fucked up, don't panic, don't trip. With these hands, baby, I can do magic, bitch. I can fix any car on the planet, all of it. Hit my line right now, I'm a mechanic, hit me up. Your car won't start, it's your alternator. Matter of fact, it just might be your radiator. Hold on. Or you can put some water in a little container, pour it in your car, and you can ride around.
For anybody that owns 2.5 liter for Nissan, you see oil leaks such as this. So if you start seeing oil leaking in this area, it's probably your oil cooler seal. There's a seal back here you got to replace, and I've replaced it. I've actually done timing chains in this engine too, so we're in the process of putting it back together. Oil pan's on, timing covers bolted down, that filter's fixed. There you guys go. Oil leaks, big prone problem with these. Stupid little O-ring, I think it's like $6 or $7. Takes 10 minutes to change it. Have a good day. Well guys, we're starting to get close, about to take the exhaust manifolds off, and then it's the alternator bracket, and then off with the heads, and we get to see how bad the valves are.
Fucking stupidest app
So
ever.
far, it's only taken me like
tries to take over your phone as soon as you.
All the mechanics' craziest nightmares. Here's a 2017 Versa. Door hinge is rocking. Yep. Here's a Honda Odyssey. Customer brought the car up and said that it just started making noise. Yeah. Okay.
Now we have my infamous 10mm socket. We all know what happens to these things. To this day, I can't find it again. Customer called me and said his engine locked up. Come to find out, he put engine oil in the transmission. Definitely put that one in the wrong hole, baby. Yeah. Brand new rebuilt trans and engine destroyed. And here's my booty inside of a 1968 C10 pretending to be an LS. You guys have a good one. Like, subscribe.
If your car fucked up, don't panic, don't trip. With these hands, baby, I can do magic, bitch. I can fix any car on the planet, all of it. Hit my line right now, I'm a mechanic. Hit me up. If your car fucked up, don't panic, don't trip. With these hands, baby, I can do magic, bitch. I can fix any car on the planet, all of it. Hit my line right now, I'm a mechanic. Hit me up. Your car won't start, it's your alternator. Matter of fact, it just might be your radiator. Hold on. Or you can put some water in.
I'm gonna record this angle. All right, I can keep pushing your way.
Hey, if we go back and come my way, we can slide right on in.
Right.
Like it?
Yep. All right. Turn your end. Should be straight. Slow. Try to use the brake because it's going to try and roll downhill on it. Watch that beer.
Is that
We're on the right here. I'm going to push it towards you.
yeah.
Ready?
Yeah, wait a minute, get it how you live it. 10 toes in when we standing on business. I'm a big stepper, underground methods. Top-notch hoes, get the most, not the lizard. Straight terror, product of your errors. Pushing country, baby, got that product you can measure. Trendsetter, the one who get the weather. Swerving while I'm bumping Project Petter. Yeah, rolling through the city with the big dogs. Fuck the laws, loyal with me, we ain't got a count. Selling on silent with the product in the pedal out. That's how you make the money.
Alright guys, this story here is of a 90s Mustang. Customer called me and said that he put an Eddie Bauer intake off of an Explorer on his car, and then the car ran and stalled out. He thought it was a starter, replaced the factory starter with a high torque starter, and I show up, okay? And this clean ass Mustang, man, oh, I was so sad when I saw this. So the guy routed the throttle body spacer coolant line to a vacuum hose. He hydrolocked the freaking 302 and bent rod number 4. Look at this. The rod was bent and twisted. It was smacking off the counterweight, and the rod was smacking off the cylinder wall. Piston skirt counterweight. It was, yeah.
I can fix any car on the planet, all of it. Hit my line right now, I'm a mechanic. Hey, your car won't start, it's your alternator. Matter of fact, it just might be your radiator. Hold on. Or you can put some water in a little container, pour it in your car, and you can ride around it later. Hold up a minute. I'm just trying to help, don't be mad at me. You know what, I'm really thinking it's your battery. It is. You probably burnt your oil out like a calorie, but I can have your car brand new like the fact brand new. But hold on, baby, I'ma need a break, cause you still need a couple ball joints and some brake, y'all. It might take a couple days, so you gotta wait. I even got the plug on a paper plate. So hit my line if you ever need me. I'm always under the hood, you will never see me. You ain't coming with no money, you can never reach me. I like my money up front, so you can never cheat. If your car fucked up,
Just so you know, I'm not messing with you, Alfred. Here's your A. There's all your yellow markings everywhere. By the way, you guys got a little yellow marking happy on every single freaking surface on this damn thing, which is nice. Well, at least you guys know for sure it's yours. Looks good.
to the naked eye, but if you look right there, valve contact to the piston, this one doesn't look bad. Look at these ones. Yeah, they don't look like it, but they are definitely bent. And if you, oh wait, what? Oh God. One valve that's seriously bent. This one's bent too. So this one's bent, that one's bent, that one's bent. I'm betting these are bent too. Come on, man. You told me it was good. Just got the engine back in time properly. I think we set her at about 14 advanced, which 12 to 14 I hear is best for these. This thing loves 14. Got about 80 hours into this project now. Hood's back on. Car's looking clean, man. She's ready for the road.
If your car fucked up, don't panic, don't trip. With these hands, baby, I can do magic, bitch. I can fix any car on the planet, all of them. Hit my line right now, I'm a mechanic. Hit me up. If your car fucked up, don't panic, don't trip. With these hands, baby, I can do magic, bitch. I can fix any car on the planet, all of them. Hit my line right now, I'm a mechanic. Hit me up. Your car won't start, it's your alternator. Matter of fact, it just might be your radiator. Hold on. Or you can put some water in a little container. Come on, pour it in your car and you can ride around.
Oh, guys, $500 engine. And look what I found.
No, that was a 924, buddy. Actually, it was a 924S. They only made the S model for 87 and 88, 2 years off.
I think we got a rebuilt motor. Those are brand new pistons. Those roller chain, roller cam in it already. $500. Got a rebuild.
What did you say, Dustin? What's played out?
Out of a Camaro Z28. This here, guys, is a 1989 International school bus with a 7.3 liter IDI that everybody in the Ford community knows. This is the non-turbo version, pre-turbo being 89. But this bad girl runs like a champ. Enjoy the music of the sound of this bad girl started. Real men drive buses. Stick shift. This is going to be out there to help anybody because there's really nothing on this Jeep online really for how-tos on how to change the rear subframe out. This is a 2010 Jeep Patriot 4-wheel drive. Actually, this thing was pretty easy. First thing you want to do, well, YouTube, we're officially fix the frame. There's our new piece. Cross member for tow hooks and strength. It used to be this over here, guys. That's what it used to look like. Where is it? Huh. Interesting.
Top plane that's Optimus Prime. I don't know what the heck you're talking about.
Well,
What?
this is what it used to be, guys. It's part of it. But the whole other side is rotted off. So, we're done. Time to put it back together after all this time.
Please take my picture now. Shake it till you see it, and bring your fantasies become your legacy. Promise me a place. Baby, we built this house on memories. Take my picture now. Shake it till you see it, and bring your fantasies become your legacy. Promise me a place in the house of memories.
Double time hours for bullshit pay, so I can sit out here, waste my life away. hey, drag back home and drink my troubles away. It's a damn shame what the world's gotten to for people like me, people like you.
He needs to take it to his mechanic.
Said it's a ground wire or something.
Straight up, nigga.
You want your shit fixed?
Go to who?
And you want your shit right?
Okay.
Go to Chris motherfucker.
Okay. Chris Breezy.
Yeah, Chris Reed.
Chris Breezy at his finest.
Listen at this shit. The car been sitting for over a year.
What you telling him?
Torn apart. The
Okay.
car wasn't even in one piece. It wasn't even a fucking car. It was
Wasn't a
puzzle.
It was a puzzle. Now what's that?
I ain't even hit the gas.
You hear it?
Drink a lot of coolant too.
Yes, sir.
We're gonna show you how to change a radiator in a 2004 SR5 Toyota 4Runner with the V8 4.7. First thing you want to do, as I've already done it, is go down there on the driver's side of your radiator. Let's see if I can get it. Right over there is your pitcock. So you don't even have to climb under. You just go down here. Right here. Let's see if I can show it. Yep, see it? It'll be right there. So, get that, and we'll go step by step. Get yourself a pair of channel locks, obviously. Unclamp top hose. Next, you're gonna want to get your training cooler lines.
What's up, Ajax? I would be cheaper, but I don't have an overhead like a garage would. If the shop needs to make money and they're paying a mechanic to do the job while trying to keep their door open, yeah, I would say 2,500, 3,000 is about an average price. 3,400, a little high, but it depends on where you live and other shop rates around you, you know. So, I mean, I would say that's pretty normal for an engine replacement cost.
Yeah, look. I think that's a problem. This one's not misfiring all the time because there's a zip tie on it. Oh, wait, I could do that? Now look. That's a new coil pack. No, that's original coil pack. It says VW. So you got 3 new coils, new coil, new coil, old coil, new coil. And we got random misfires. And watch, here's the last cylinder. I can unplug it without actually unplugging it. So there's your misfire. I bet you all these plugs need replaced, and we'll try that. Oh, look, misfire went away. Now it's running again. Yeah, we got connection problems. Just opened up a lot of room to get this out. The gear's off. Yeah, we're gonna move this into there too. Sorry, I'm winded. This thing was not easy to move. This is how you know it's Brown certified. And then, clearly, we got this one. So, small black 350. Oh yeah, get this too. Everything is bad on this. You can see daylight through the valve. You can see right there, there's light shining. You know, I don't understand why I never did this, but here's your front end making noise.
Whatever the issue is actually there. Let me figure out what it is. That sounds like a tie rod. Hey, here's part 2. I got the new axle in finally. That son of a gun over there with the vice grips did not want to come out. But overall, this should have been easy. It was not. Here's something for you guys who have to change your CV shafts on these bad girls right here. This 4Runner is an 04. It's really not that hard to do. I love this feature on these cars. This right here bolts to the bottom of your knuckle, so you don't have to take the lower ball joint out to essentially move your knuckle to get that drive shaft out. So it's just take the wheel off, the nut off, and then 2 bolts, and there you go. You literally could take this damn thing right off the car. That easy. So I'll give Toyota that. Although, that C-clip for 20 years it wasn't happy. It didn't want to come out. But, easy. Hey bro, this is how badass this tool is. Every time I scan a car, all the codes are here. Just check this out. Battery low voltage. The first code's triggered because of that. You got tire pressure sensors. Bad, by the way. Now we're gonna go to all modules. ABS. Obviously, low battery voltage. Low battery voltage. Both of these, low battery voltage. I think that's it. Yeah. Not many places set you up while you're working. On a school bus, apparently. Well, here's some jury-rigged information for all you people in this world who own a car and have, when you hit the brakes, excessive shaking, and then you hear this humming noise. That is the sound of a bad fucking wheel bearing. I diagnosed my buddy's car with a bunch of suspension problems, and it just so happens the one wheel where all these suspension parts are bad is now officially having bearing grout. So just remember this, everybody, as a lesson. Just because you have suspension issues, just replacing the parts might not be the root cause of the suspension problems to begin with. Bad wheel bearings could cause excessive stress on all your parts. Have a good day.
If your car fucked up, don't panic, don't trip. With these hands, baby, I can do magic, bitch. I can fix any car on the planet, all of them. Hit my line right now, I'm a mechanic, hit me up. If your car fucked up, don't panic, don't trip. With these hands, baby, I can do magic, bitch. I can fix any car on the planet, all of them. Hit my line right now, I'm a mechanic, hit me up. Your car won't start, it's your alternator. Matter of fact, it just might be your radiator. Hold on. Or you can put some water in a little container, pour it in your car, and you can ride around.
All right, Larry, I'm making this for you. This wire hanging out, don't worry about it. This blue wire right here, this is for fuel valve. To start this thing yourself, you take this wire, jam it in your hot. You take my orange jumper wire, you touch the hot. Timing chains in. Well, guys, here we go. The fun begins. 3.5 liter Nissan timing chain. I'm gonna try my best to do a how-to on this 06 Ultima, even though there's billions of videos out there. But day in the life of me and taking on some of the worst jobs I could take on. So I hope you guys enjoy. Stay tuned. I'll keep making videos of this. So have fun. Well, guys, I feel bad for anybody who has to do a Nissan Ultima timing chain with a V6 because you gotta take the whole cowl off, you gotta take your wipers off, gotta take the hood off. There's all the miscellaneous parts that have to come out to do this timing chain. The intake's gotta come off, the valve cover's gotta come off, all the shit down here gotta come off, the motor mount's gotta come off, the airbox gotta come out. Like, I feel bad for anybody that really has to do this. I'm putting a lot of my bolts back in place, so this doesn't look like a lot of bolts came out of here, but so far probably taken out about 40 bolts, 50 bolts. We're still nowhere near this part. Yep, the life of fixing the hard stuff. I like a challenge. Yay, I can touch the rear valve cover. Yay! 4 hours to get to this part. Yay! Hey, Austin, here's something I want to just point out. I just noticed. You see how your battery's bubbled out? Look at that. It's a swollen battery. Look on this side. You see how it's like bulging? This battery is getting hot and it's swelling. So I can warn you, if your car fails to start one day or something, you're gonna need a new battery soon. So we're not doing that now, but just mental note for you, bro. New battery. All right, so here's the infamous timing chain failure. That piston should be there, but it's there. The guide has broken. Why am I not surprised? You guys have it. Reason why we're taking this thing apart. Well, I got it out, so yeah.
Give me your fucking blood!
Have a
told you, Austin, you owe me money. You owe me money. There's a new water pump. There's a new chain tensioner. There's new chain. There's new tensioner and guide. Glued together forever. Good news is, we are in time. Our chain is sitting where it should. And the engine will run. I have fixed the problem. You're welcome, bro. Oh, well, Austin, old pal. She's all sealed up. I'm just dealing with everything right here. This will be easy to put the top of the motor together, and that's just all the parts I got to put on at this point. The hard part is done. Engine is now back together, brother. I'll try and get it done today. Hopefully I got like 3 or 4 more hours in this. I'm going to keep fucking with it until I can, bro. And I'm tired, so got you. And for all you people on YouTube that are checking out my shorts, I do this kind of stupid crap every day. I'm probably one of the few retarded humans to do this engine in this car, but you know. Coming together, pulleys are getting on. Top end of the motor is finally sealed up and ready to roll. Technically it'll run if I hook up that jumble of wires to that module up there. But for the most part, I got like 20 to 15 bolts, some hoses, prime, coolant system, put oil in it, put a filter on it down there, crank pulley, you know, a few other parts, but generally speaking, we are almost done with this. If you have a VQ35 DE engine in your cars, I promise you right now, I hate these engines. They're not even that bad of an engine. It is that it's pretty obvious that it's purposely sabotaged to not be reliable and make it impossible to even fix it. It's alive! Haha, there you go, Austin. Austin, it's all about ready to go for a hood and come to you. This is how you know it's Brown certified, guys. Okay, everybody, this winter we're gonna repaint this car. This car needs a clutch and a bunch of other mechanical work. Anybody knows the Porsche 924 change of clutch, and this is, yeah, gonna be a fucking nightmare. And then you got this background to fix, paint up and stuff. So stay tuned this winter. Alright guys, here's a little sneak peek at a turbo sleeper minivan. Okay guys, today on Redneck Engine Performance, we moved all these cars around because here's the infamous flipped Honda Civic. Time to pull the engine and transmission out of this car and send it to the car crusher. Stay tuned. Today, this driveline will be right here. And here is the picture of this Honda on its roof. Yep. 25 mile an hour. Somehow ended on the roof. Alright guys, here we go. 1996. Ford 460 big block, 7.5 liter. This one, it ran. There was really nothing I found wrong with it other than our timing chain was pretty sloppy. Other than that, this thing was in really good shape. Everything looks good. Lifters look mint. Yeah, they're fine. So we're just gonna refresh this bad girl. Rod bearings, main bearings, front main seals, rear main seal, oil pans being replaced. This one's leaking. These were known for leaking because of rust. Yeah, all the seals, put it back together, clean it out, tear it all down, inspect everything, make sure we ain't got any surprises. But so far, this one's looking great. Goodbye, boss. Goodbye. Customer states, I put engine oil in my car and the engine's still locked up. I think you put it in the wrong hole.
Well, boss man, that's your problem with the shaking. This upper ball joint is bad. There's your issue. Today on Redneck Engine Performance, we get to look at this sexy Ford big block. Here's our oil cooler, our oil filter. Okay, it's gonna be mounted way back there, right in that little hole for oil changes. But it's starting to look like an engine again. Did a first crank over. Everything seems to be good. No noises were heard, so fire ups to come, baby.
If this doesn't sell, I'm going to drive it to work tonight. It's a nice day. It's a beautiful.
Okay, a little fast forward to where I was. Valve cover had to come off. This valve cover is plastic. For anybody who's trying to do this, be very fucking careful. Prying it off was a pain in the dick. The whole thing flexes. This valve cover is a piece of crap. Somebody has broken this pipe before, trying to pull it off. Once upon a time, there's a crack in it. But I got that siliconed and puttied up, so hopefully that'll not leak oil. But overall, this thing is not that complicated to do. You got to remove, there's a tensioner and 2 idler pulleys. There's a bracket for the AC compressor that mounts right here. You can see the bolt holes missing. There's 3 of them. And as you can see, the alternator has 2 bolt holes, one there and another one on the other side that bolts go to. You take that bracket out, take all your pulleys out, your idler pulleys and whatnot. I don't think you have to remove this alternator. Someone was saying pull the alternator or just kick it back, but I can see all the timing cover bolts and that alternator is nowhere near it, so I think we're gonna skip that. I don't think I had to remove the power steering pump, but I did it so I could, move these lines around and get easier access in here when I go into pull the cover off. But next thing you got to do is pull this mount off the body of the car to the engine. Put a jack underneath the engine, support it so you can raise and lower the engine. Pull the crank pulley off, and pretty much that's it. And then you pull the timing cover off, and then you go ahead and place your chain. So we'll fix it. Not that big a deal. There's no codes yet. We're just doing preventative maintenance on this car, people. The water pump also is down here. That pulley right down there, that's your water pump on the back of the engine. So it's external belt driven pump, which is nice. This is I believe I said it before, but this is a Jeep 2.4 liter from 2010. I'm pretty sure that the only thing different with these newer engines, the newer 2.4s, is that the air box is on this side versus on that side. Other than that, you got to take splash guard off, wheel off, coil packs. Those are just miscellaneous bolts for everything. These little plastic pieces hold that engine cover on. They thread into the studs on the valve cover. Tensioner, idler. But so far, that's pretty much all the bolts that came out so far to get to where I'm at, including the valve cover. So I will be doing a how-to on timing marks and how to line this up once I get it all there. This isn't really a break it all down, make it quick and simple. I'm just hitting you guys with these nitty-gritty details that are lacking online. Other than that, this thing is actually a pretty easy engine. I've been at it for about an hour now, so I'm assuming this should take about 2-3 hours of a job. Next things that we're doing to this thing too is entire rear end, suspension, subframe, control arms, you name it, we got it all.
Is it a 3.6 liter V6? And I'm going to take a wild guess and say that you have bad camshaft, bad timing chain, or locked up the motor because of the oil cooler.
So, this job's not that hard, guys. You could probably, if you have a basic set of tools, you could do this at home. You don't need any specialty tools to mess with this. Obviously, I'm not fucking with the cam phasers because, no. Unless the procedure tells me I have to lock it in, I'm not going to touch them. Other than that, somebody's kept up on their oil on this thing. Because, I mean, she's really clean. So, keep up on your oils, guy.
It's a 4 liter.
Yep, accurate TL.
Let me ask you this. I can totally rebuild your engine. I am located in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, so you would have to get me the engine. Preferably the car too. That way I can install it guaranteeing that I give you the best warranty because I took it out, I put it in, leaves me with all the responsibility and, in case something happened. But if you just brought me the engine, I warranty the engine and I would need to receive engine, look at it and determine if it was my doing that failed the engine for a warranty. But yeah, I could rebuild it. Is it a 4-cylinder? I don't know what you mean by 4L. Is it a 4 liter?
That shouldn't be.
Ha.
What's up, YouTube?
Rise. Yeah, Rise. I was really gonna say. But you gotta remember, man, where you and I live in places like that, we could get a Chevy Cruze for $3,400. If they're in California or New York, it could be like 10 grand still. Even though it's a rotted out piece of crap 1.8 liter Chevy Cruze, because they're all trash, especially if they have the turbos.
Here is the infamous 471. Used to be a 460. 7.5 liter, now 7.6 liter. She's got, I don't know, 2,000, 3,000 miles on her since we rebuilt it and had it running about 2 years ago. It's in a dump truck, so obviously we only use her to haul weight and do jobs. But this was a 2-year process to tear this whole massive truck apart, get this massive heavy engine that weighs like 1,000 pounds out of here, rebuilt it, put it in here. And 2 years later, she's still running great, still looking beautiful. That paint is holding up shockingly. 2 years. And this is an off-road, just beater of a truck with this massive engine in there. One day when we retire the truck, we'll do something with this. Yes, sir. Still looking beautiful. All right, YouTube. So this is a lifter out of a Ford 460. That's a brand new lifter. It's never been used. It will never be used. It's got a little surface rust. But you notice how this one, it says a really sharp fucking serrated edge here. Nice round cuppiness. Terrible. Then I find this. Well, that is really bad. And
The energy.
Wait a minute, get it how you live it. 10 toes in when we standing on business. I'm a
in all my life being a mechanic. I've never seen anything like this before. Look at the presentation of these brake pads. Import direct. Looks like we're getting Lamborghini stuff. I feel fancy today. For a freaking Honda. What kind of fucking fuckbaggery is this? There's your door popping noise. I'm gonna fix it for you. Hey guys, we are almost done. Boys and girls, men and children, whatever, whoever, who cares? The 302 is done. Time to go in a Mustang. Bam!
I wanna be the best in the game, invest in my name, check no restraints, I'm obsessed with the pain, I ingest, I retain, assess and I change, possessed by the thought I'll be free one day from society's restraints, money, clout and fame, mud, disease, a plague, we all love to hate, have to play the game, have to make a name, all our insecurities are on display. This is war with the enemy, think that it was meant to be, living in a time where disease is on every screen, I won't let them fester me, I know most are festering, negativity is a plague for the mentally weak, no mercy, all I got is working, never stop searching, never quite so thirsty, I'm toxic and psychotic, but there's logic, you can't stop it, it's been chronic, since I was a boy, so neurotic and chaotic. Built to last with the webs I'm weaving, I could change the past with all.
Today on Jury Rigged Engines. Been a while since I've posted a repair video, but yeah, that's gotta go. This gotta go. I think you could say the sway bar end link's bad, so we're replacing all this. Come behold, the cam bolts are seized. Yay. This is a 2004 Toyota 4Runner with a good old 2UZ FE or the 4.7 liter V8. Bulletproof. She got a little bit of valve cover leak. We'll fix that later. But we have had a lot of fun with this. Brand new timing belt, water pump, alternator, and now we're doing the control arms. And I have a feeling one day I'm going to do this too on the top. But so far, this is actually pretty easy, guys. There's like 3 bolts to get where I am, and then you got 2 more there, and you're done.
Yeah, wait a minute, get it how you live it. 10 toes in when we standing on business. I'm a big stepper, underground methods. Top-notch hoes get the most, not the lizard. Straight terror, product of your errors. Pushing culture, baby, got that body you can measure. Trendsetter, the one who get the weather. Swerving while I'm bumping Project Petter. Yeah, rolling through the city with the big dogs. Fuck the laws, loyal with me, we ain't got a cow. Silly on silent, but the panic, then the pill loud. That's how you make the money pop for everyone involved. And if you don't deserve a cut, then we gon' cut them off. My barber got me looking proper every single time. Fresh play, getting faded on that top grade. No, you ain't walking out alive, smoking what we on. And you know I got it, boy, for the ones who gone. R.I.P.'s in your memory, we carry on. When I die, they will not bury me, that's what I want. Burn my body, put my ashes in the river, y'all. That's how we know it, that the flow about to carry.
Yeah.
Bring the van up tomorrow to get the rest of that.
Yeah, we got the head, the crank. We got both heads, the crank, and the cam to still pick up. But it's all here. Big Blue is being saved by Big Red. Here we go, guys. We're over here in the dumbass garage. We call ourselves the dumbass mechanics because, you know, I'm doing a clutch on a 924 Porsche. Why did I accept to do this? I knew there was a torque tube in here. I knew it. Yeah. Well, being a 924S, this stupid freaking car is gonna take 8 hours to get apart and back together. Or probably longer.
because the car's 40 years old and who knows how many bolts are rusted permanently in place. So overall, on a scale of 1 to 10 on how shitty of a job this is full on fucking 20. Okay? 20 out of 10. Makes no sense. Neither does this fucking car. Alright, so I'm gonna try my best to do this. Alright, well, I gotta set the phone down. Get ready to hear this. That's your shaking. It's gonna be... Oh, let me get the light on. Alright, so this is your outer tie rod in right here. Your inner is right here. The shaft that goes into your rack and steering rack over here. There's a ball joint up in here for when your suspension goes up and down, so this can flex. Well, it's bad in here, and this whole wheel is moving in and out. The other side's not doing it, it's this side. So when we could do the alignment, we need to do this, and your shaking will stop, I promise. And we bought this, so let me call some shops. Jury-rigged engines. Here's the Porsche 924 transmission, completely cleaned off. This guy here, no face being shown, is gonna paint this bad girl, so when she goes back in the car, it's gonna look mad. Before picture, wait for the after.
Achieving up my foot on gas, never stop competing. If you break like glass, then this life's gonna eat 'em. Make mistakes real fast, then you learn how to beat 'em. If you take off the gas, you can see all the healing. If the pain's in the past, move on from the grave and put your foot on the gas. No, never stop competing, yeah. I've been doing this, I'm on it. I just wanna be iconic. Sipping on a gin and tonic, got me going off when I'm on this topic, yeah.
Today on Brown's Engines. Engines in the truck. Impossible to do without a backhoe. Backhoe carried the engine here, cherry picker did the rest of the work. Finally, the C30 will live again. I am 100% alive. I am live. But yeah, man, I'm just B-rolling my content, trying to grow my channel. It's fucking 10 o'clock at night. What am I doing in the shop right now? You're crazy. This is for Q&A. Hit me up. You got questions? You got some engine concerns? You need somebody to rebuild your engine? That's an ASE master. Built about 400 engines now. Hit me up, man. What? Oh, that's right. Music stopped. There is audio, guys. Honda, go vroom vroom. Welcome to the mechanic shop where we do stupid fucking things. We have a Porsche 924 doing a clutch. What a fucking joke. This car sucks fucking balls. Alright, guys, so 40-year-old fucking axle nut. Does not come off at all, okay? We got to pull the transmission out, which is in the back of the car. Then you have a torque tube down the center of the car. And then you got the transmission bolted to the clutch and flywheel through a torque tube all the way up here. There's like a million fucking things you got to do to get that stupid thing out, to even access the bell housing, which is also bolted on by itself, a little piece. Like, you know, it's bits and pieces, and guess what? You can't even take all that out until you remove the entire fucking exhaust. Yes! Let's go, Porsche! Well, guys, we got a brand new engine, it turns out here. It looks all dirty, but this is a IROC Z28 Camaro engine from 1992. I pulled the oil pan off later on after this video and found brand new pistons, bearings, fully built roller cam setup.
Welcome back to Jury Rigged Engines again. Porsche update. Got the exhaust out. Yeah, that was a pain in the ass. Every single freaking exhaust manifold bolt broke for the
Hey man, no problem. Let me just put it like this for any of you guys thinking about starting content. Post shorts, get that, what is it, 50 subscribers, and post your shorts, and then run live streams of your shorts, or find any other means to, oh my god, I gotta turn off notifications on the other phone. But yeah, you know, YouTube Shorts is basically taking my channel from fucking just kind of floating after 3 years, and within 5 days I've literally gained 300 subscribers. And yeah, but I'm here answering questions, so ask whatever you want, chit chat, bullshit, fucking call me retarded. I like Crayola, red ones. If you want to, you know, donate to the cause, red Crayola packs are taken.
And for some reason it didn't want to let go of the exhaust either, so no bolts, and it just kept hanging on. And after about an hour of shaking the entire exhaust and then heating it with a torch and then banging it around and using a jack and a pry bar and all this shit, it finally broke free. Now we got the bell housing and torque tube, and we're at the clutch. This was every single bolt has on this car has been a pain in the butt to get out, but we're getting closer. Stay tuned.
Some call the women and some will steal the Bible for the sake of my survival. Baptize me in a bottle of bean, put Johnny on the vinyl.
My freaking man. Everybody look at Aiden. Aiden, right there, man. I'm so glad to hear that, man. Stick with it. If you start to play with the engine, or if you're rebuilding that engine with your old man, dude, for real, get your hands on. The best way to learn this trade, to learn this art, is to just do it. A gasoline engine, I was taught best, is nothing more than a glorified air pump. The things that fill your tire, the air compressors that nail your shingles and houses together, your power tools, your air tools, all those air compressors are literally an engine without fuel and a spark plug. If you could put fuel and spark into an air compressor, it is now a gasoline engine. A gasoline engine is a glorified air pump. That's it. And the best way to think of a gasoline engine, you got 4-cylinder engine, you got a 4-cycle engine, you have 4 pistons. Compression, power stroke, intake, and exhaust. So if you have 4 strokes in your engine, one engine's is on the power, one's on the exhaust, one's on the intake, and one's compressing that fuel air. Science, man. It's not really even science, it's simple, believe it or not.
I don't know, but I just looked out my door. There's an engine riding shotgun. What?
Wow, man, that sounds like something that you should never sell, and keep that in the family tradition. Keep that car around. I don't know, well, I know for a fact the 454 was not in existence in 1939. I bet you it was a straight 6 or a flathead inline 8. I don't remember 1939 GM cars, what they had, but 454 big block, that's a nasty engine. Nasty, nasty bad girl. I like the engine. You should definitely keep that, like, take pictures, video, document that, man. Be proud of yourself if you're really getting hands-on with it. It's an art. doing what I do, doing what all your family has done, learning it, man, it's an art. It's not a job, it's an art. It's a hobby, it's a passion. I love it. If I'm not covered in oil, I feel naked.
Alright, guys.
Hey, Aiden, if you want, man, join the Discord. I want to keep posted on that. I want to see pictures of this thing. I gotta see. 1938 Buick with a 454. What you guys doing over there? Share the secrets.
This is her done. Just got the engine back in time properly. I think we set her at about...
Oh, block. That's what pussies say. You want to know how simple an engine is? You got a piston. When it pulls down, it sucks air. When it sucks air, you spray fuel in there. Then you close a valve that let air in the engine. Then you take that air and fuel and you squeeze it really, really tight. And then you take your lighter and spark it. And it goes shoosh. Have you ever set gasoline on fire? You notice how when you do it, it makes a puff sound. You can feel the air around it move. Well, that's what your engine does. Just in a hole. And it's sealed. It's simple, man. Really, an engine is so simple. Believe it or not, to me, an engine is 1,000 times less complicated than the wiring in your car. The electronics and the computers in these new cars, bro, I've been doing this shit for 15 years. I'm an ASC Master Tech, and not even the engineers know what's going on with half these electrical problems. The people who made the computers don't know what's wrong with them. Should scare you.
14 advanced, which 12 to 14 I hear is best for these. This thing loves 14. I got about 80 hours.
If you lose a piston while disassembling it, you shouldn't even be allowed to drive. You shouldn't even be allowed to think for yourself. Piston's pretty hard to lose, man. Very hard to lose. And it's very simple to take an engine apart and not lose everything. Every single bolt you take out, if it's not in the way of removing the engine, put it back where it came out after you took the part off. Or get a piece of wood and punch holes with each bolt as like a cover bolt. Put the bolts in that pattern. You shove the bolt through the cardboard, it won't fall out and it'll stay organized. And then you have this ability to write a Sharpie because you can wipe that stuff off. So you can like write piston 1, put an arrow how it should face in your cylinder or inside its bore. It's not that hard, buddy. Really isn't. I hope I'm actually encouraging you to try it, man. We're losing technicians more than we're getting new ones. So you guys need to understand that it's probably going to get to the point where you're going to be spending more money to fix a couple-year-old car than it is to just buy another one, because there's nobody out there to fix them and everybody's going to be so backed up.
Into this project now. Hood's back on. Car's looking clean, man. She's ready for the road. This thing's been a nightmare. It started with a seismic.
Look, man, you want to know how simple it is to tear apart a Honda engine from the early 2000s, Chevy, old school Chevy V8s, old school Fords. If you ever wanted to actually try to rebuild an engine and see if you're capable of it, if you go buy a lawnmower with a Briggs & Stratton 1/2 horsepower, 1 horsepower engine, and it don't run, take it apart, buy parts, reassemble it, fire it up. If it runs, you got the skill, buddy. If you can do electrical engineering and you can wire a fucking goddamn freaking building for power and telephone cables, Ethernet cables, fiber optics, and you know how to fucking hook all that up, motherfucker, go build an engine. It's 100 times easier. Just get a piece of cardboard and shove your parts in there. and write on stuff. Take video footage of you taking parts apart. You could also buy a Heinz manual, and it'll literally tell you how to take the engine apart, how to put it back together, torque specs, timing procedures, things like that. Tools you'll need.
The engine that I took out of here had a bent rod number 4, which is that connecting rod hanging out right there.
Actually, this is one of the first engines I rebuilt.
But yeah, that's what caused us to rebuild a whole nother engine. That was bad that we got too. Had bad bearings. Today we learned why you never buy, never start. Stay away from Walmart batteries, people.
A lot of things changed since I got my girlfriend pregnant.
Like what?
My name, my address, my phone number.
In Syria, there are no Walmarts, only Targets.
Why don't pedophiles win races?
Why?
They like to come in a little behind.
Oh my god!
I screened Jenga in history class today.
Yeah?
We were watching a 9/11 documentary.
Hey, my grandma told me to be positive, but I was going in for an AIDS test. So fuck that bitch.
Saddam Hussein hiding from the militaries. He dug underground.
He hits bedrock.
I like my girls like I like my wine. 10 years and locked in the basement.
Oh
Don't even
my
like
god.
saying that. Why did the child cross the road?
Why?
Because he didn't wear a seatbelt.
Fucking hell.
That is so...
Always wear your seatbelt, kids. See, we can make...
All right, we got 11 codes. Don't pay attention to 11 codes. It's 5 codes, and then there's a lot of repeats, but we'll hit my read. So there's your random misfire. There's your cylinder 2 misfire. There's your cylinder 1 misfire. There's your cylinder random multiple coil pack failure code. There's cylinder 4 misfire. And then it repeats all the codes again because it's going to do that. Oh, we got a random 03 in there, which I'm going to relate to the wires. Watch this. You're going to die. I bet you any money we maybe should just, I think, try the coils wiring harness that I'm about to show you. And then maybe do coil packs. Sorry for the noise if you didn't hear me. But here's number 1 with a zip tie on it. I can move the wire in and out of the plug. So essentially I would have to go in here and replace this plug. Anybody who owns a late 60s, early 70s 350 or Chevy, or basically any Chevy small block and Fords, you need to watch out for this. It's all original, first person to open this engine up because, look, let's look at James' original stamp plastic timing gear. Wiped out the fucking valves. So, there you go.
Motherfucking dude, don't get arrested before you get up here. I swear to God, why are all of these military fucking friends of mine retarded? We need help, man. We gotta go back to like therapy or some shit, because just stay out of trouble and stay inside.
Hey guys, here's a metal rock ABS
this too. I'm gonna do a whole how-to rebuild on this. Stand by for later today. We're gonna sneak peek, but rebuilding it.
If your car fucked up, don't panic, don't trip. With these hands, baby, I can do magic, bitch. I can fix any car on the planet, all of them. Hit my line right now, I'm a mechanic, hit me up. If your car fucked up, don't panic, don't trip. With these hands, baby, I can do magic, bitch. I can fix any car on the planet, all of them. Hit my line right now, I'm a mechanic, hit me up. Your car won't start, it's your alternator. Matter of fact, it just might be your radiator. Hold on. Or you can put some water in a little container, pour it in your car, and you can ride around it.
Hey guys, Chris here with Redneck Engine Performance. Goofy name, but whatever. There's our alternator bracket, power steering pump bracket, everything. It's all getting painted, about ready to clear coat it. This is Big Blue, 1996 Ford F Super Duty dump truck. She has a 460 EFI big block in her. Engine blew up a while ago. It's taken us a year to source all the parts and get this bad girl back up in the form of any type of beauty here, but she's about to get a whole resto because 50-some thousand miles, third engine. It's time that she got taken care of. Transmission's brand new, clutch new, everything's new. Head's fully rebuilt, got 429 valves in it, stronger valves, a little bigger, stock crank, stock cam, nothing really, oversized pistons, 40 thousandths over, but that's about it. Like, subscribe, and hope you guys enjoyed.
Alright, can I, Storm? And hold on, Aiden, I'll get you there too. Listen, for you, Storm, starting out, Harbor Freight. Find a Harbor Freight, buy all Harbor Freight. All of Pittsburgh tools are lifetime warranty. You break it, you replace it. Who gives a flying about expensive, flashy tools? You can literally go buy Matco grade tools. Literally, Icon, Harbor Freight's brand Icon, by the way, guys, is the same tool in patents from Matco. What people don't understand is there's 3 companies that makes all the tools, between Snap-on, Craftsman, you name it. It's all made by 3 companies, and then the Snap-on buys these patented tools from the manufacturer with lasered engraved their company information on them. They then resell you those tools you can buy from the manufacturer for, like, you spend $200 on a ratchet, a single 3/8 extended handle ratchet on a Snap-on truck. You can literally go pay $20 at Harbor Freight for the same damn tool. So I will never tell you to buy anything. Never, ever, 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 ever go to the tool truck. You could go to Harbor Freight and get a full-size tool cart for like $1,500, and you can fully stack it with every single tool that you will need to fix a car for under $5,000. If you had $5,000, you could buy electric cordless impact gun, small version, torque wrenches. You could even walk out with a welder for like $150. I hope that helps you. Now, For you, Aiden, I'm going to post a link right now.
On my downfall, hoping I'll never make it out of this town. She won't leave me alone. Most evenings all I do is sit at home, think about the girl I don't
No problem, Storm. That's why I set this up. Questions like that. If you want to get into this trade, Storm, trust me, go to Harbor Freight. I'm not even kidding. It's all about getting the job done. If your tool breaks, take it back to Harbor Freight. They'll replace it for free. So, I mean, in reality, why put yourself in a debt with a tool truck that only shows up on payday and then tries to sell you another tool that you could go pick up for $20 for like $300? Like, you could literally get a digital torque wrench from Harbor Freight for like $300. Snap-on's going to sell you one for like $1,200. You can get like a Miller quality welder and size for $2,000 versus $15,000. You just got to know that it's there, it's cheap, it gets you in the door, and then if you want to upgrade to better quality, like a welder, power tools, now you have the money, the chance to get in there and make the big money to actually afford the cool shit.
Not will make it out, no problem, no. All I got left to do is sit here and drink. Another lonely night down at the bar. 'Cause I'm getting in fights and I'm falling hard.
What do you guys think? Maybe in the future I start like a course where I break down engine theory, explain electrical, maybe actually start like an online YouTube series of teaching people who want to join the entry level of mechanics and join the trade, versus people going out and spending hundreds of thousands of dollars to get in the trade. For schooling, you're looking at like $30,000 a year, or a school, like student loans, $30,000 for the schooling, some cases 60. Then you're looking at like $100,000 worth of tools, because they're going to sell you a tool kit starting out from Snap-on, more than likely. Blue Point is Snap-on's sub company, and they love to hit these schools with free tool sets or discounted tool sets that, then you pay for out of your student loan. You don't realize you're actually spending like $13,000 on tools, but they're saying they're giving you a starter kit. Like $5,000 a Harbor Freight and my videos, you should be able to fucking pull apart a Lamborghini in a year.
All right. Turbo Odyssey, baby.
Hey guys, I have limited amount of time to hit the beer store, so I'm going to step away from the stream for about 10 minutes. If you hang around when I get back and have questions, I will be glad to answer them as soon as I'm back.
Spinning tire twice on that pole. Fuck. There you guys have it.
Tonight, we're going to talk a little bit about relationships and what I see as the basic difference between men and women. And I don't think I'll be making any of this mess up. I think the biggest difference between men and women is this. Men are basic, just basic. There's not a whole lot of frills. That's why, ladies, when you ask a fella a question, a lot of times the answer you get is, oh. Basic. Women are details. Details, details, details. Yeah. If you don't got the details, do not talk to a woman. I'll give you a great example. My friend Joey and I were working out at the gym the other day. Joey says to me, hey man, I'm getting a divorce. And I said, oh, that sucks. Can you spot me?
All right, go. Let's record.
Cam down last one.
Today on Redneck Engine Performance, look what I found. AC's not working. I wonder why. I wonder actually what's bad up in there too. But this sensor is broken. And here's the other piece right here. Broken, muddy, corroded. 2013 Chevy Sonic. I think we found why it's not working. Time to hardwire.
It was just two lovers sitting in the car, listening to Blonde, falling for each other. Thinking orange skies, feeling super childish, no Donald Glover. Missed call from my mother, like where you at tonight? Got no alibi. I was all alone with the love of my life. She's got glitter for skin.
1989 International Bluebird School Bus S1700 chassis with the 7.3 IDI non-turbo with a stick shift. What?
The reason I started it all, Lord, she's praying on my downfall, hoping I'll never make it out of this town. She won't leave me alone. Most evenings all I do is sit at home, think about the girl I done right or wrong. She's got my heart tied in a knot. Well, I make it out, no problem at all.
Take a quick little video and show y'all how wonderful our government is. This is a brand new 6.7 Power Strip 2022 on the cassette, going out for shipment. This is a non-emission, no DPF, Super Duty, brand new 2022. They make them, but we can't have them.
Obama started Cash for Clunkers. Cash for Clunker cars that were brought in were to be chemically castrated, engines locked up, transmissions got poured in, parts couldn't be sold crushed. Joe Biden takes office, and now you see this meme, and yes, they are putting ethanol into the fuel that will damage all of your vehicles. I know what's wrong with it. It ain't got no gas in it. Alright, Manny, so I got the ground wire rigged up under the hood right now. I'll show you. I'm going to send you this video so you know what I have 100% discovered now. So there is my makeshift ground wire that runs over here to our ground. So the battery is 100% grounded to the ECM, and the check engine light stays on and the relays don't flash. But what I now have, and I could make go away and come back, and I'm losing all my ability right here at our ignition. Remember, you have an ignition module, and then built into it is your anti-theft. They're two different pieces. Engine on, check engine light staying on. But watch this. The anti-theft goes out. Now what I'm gonna do here is gonna go down here and start fucking with these wires. Actually, I'm touching this wire right now and it's getting really hot. Let's see. I messed with this and the anti-theft light would come on. If you know, you know. This is how you bless an engine that you saved with a plastic valve cover. If you know, you know. Well, here's the Chevy 57350 with the timing chain sprocket failure that was still nylon. Looks like we have some serious issues with cylinders 1 and 2 exhaust rocker arms. Either I determined already it's 2 bent exhaust push rods, and it isn't valve damage, so we're gonna end up cleaning this thing up, slapping a new timing chain sprocket in there. Chain's still good, and we're gonna put new push rods throughout the whole engine and start it up and see what happens. Stay tuned. There you guys go. She looking mighty fine. Look at that piss trail of oil. By the way, it was painted before the leak, so don't worry, people. Yeah, Scott. Looks beautiful, man.
Yes, sir.
This Porsche is going to go back together. Very, very happy.
Yes, sir.
Man, they're underrated. These J35 engines are very, very unique. That was 9 pounds. Yeah, guys, I need to fix that brake eventually. I just playing with the minivan on a Saturday. Well, it's my day today. 1979 International Bluebird Schoolie Bus. All right. Yes, we got the infamous 7.3 IDI by Navistar, pre-power stroke, no turbo. This thing's a beaut. Oh, what's that idling? 383 stroker, 1971 C30, baby. And there's a turbo Odyssey. You guys should subscribe to the channel. All right, back to doing a busted brake line. Yeah, it broke off right there on the frame. So, PB blasting this. Hopefully I can save the rubber hose. That looks carnage. Look at that. Look at how crusty that is. Front of your car. And it was hard. I've shaken down the tires a month ago and nothing ever showed its play. But listen to this. This wheel is moving. Like really bad. Holy crap. Yep, that's a front wheel bearing.
If your car fucked up, don't panic, don't trip. With these hands, baby, I can do magic, bitch. I can fix any car on the planet, all of them. Hit my line right now, I'm a mechanic. Hit me up. If your car fucked up, don't panic, don't trip. With these hands, baby, I can do magic, bitch. I can fix any car on the planet, all of them. Hit my line right now, I'm a mechanic. Hit me up. Your car won't start. These nitty-gritty details that are lacking online. Other than that, this thing is actually a pretty easy engine. I've been at it for about an hour now. So I'm assuming this should take about 2-3 hours of a job. Next things that we're doing to this thing too is entire rear end, suspension, subframe, control arms, you name it, we got it all. So this job's not that hard, guys. You could probably, if you have a basic set of tools, you could do this at home. You don't need any specialty tools to mess with this. Obviously, I'm not fucking with the cam phasers because no. Unless the procedure tells me I have to lock it in, I'm not gonna touch them. Other than that, somebody's kept up on their oil on this thing. Because, I mean, she's really clean. So, keep up on your oils, guy. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, this is the weirdest thing I've ever discovered. So, my customer called me, said his engine didn't run. Well, I found out what caused this issue. Somebody replaced the
AC compressor over here, and it's not right. It sits too far forward. So what ended up happening was half the serpentine belt got caught behind the crank pulley. And as you can see, the carnage here. So what happened was the serpentine belt cut into the timing cover and then blew the timing belt apart. So more videos of the rebuild done here soon. Should be done today.
Just waking up in the morning, gotta thank God. I don't know, but today seems kinda odd. No barking from the dog, no small. And mama cooked the breakfast with no hog. I got my grub on, but didn't dig out. Finally got a call from a girl I wanna dig out. So hooked it up for later as I hit the dough. Thinking, will I live another 24? I gotta go, cause I got me a drop top. And if I hit the switch, I can make the ass drop. Had to stop at a red light, looking in my mirror, not a jacker in sight. And everything is alright. I got a beat from Kim, and she can fuck all night. Called up the homies and I'm asking y'all, which part are y'all playing basketball? Get me on the court and I'm troubled. Last week fucked around and got a triple-double. Freaking niggas every way like MJ.
This video is for anybody who owns a 2006 to 2009 Honda Civic. If you see the yellow wrench light and you see the flashing negative 235 miles on the phone right now, what that means is that this car is 236 miles overdue for an oil change. The more you know. I just learned something new about this car. Pretty cool. Change your oils. Here's a little information for anybody. If you own a 1980s to early 2000s Toyotas, you gotta watch for stuff on your frame. And I'm gonna tell you why. So from the factory here, Toyota really loves to put the AC heat exchanger drip hose right onto your frame. It causes a hole here, water gets in here, and it rots out everything back here. So the story is, divert that hose and fix your frame before you snap.
Yeah, wait a minute, get it how you live it. 10 toes in when we standing on business. I'm a big stepper, underground methods. Top-notch hoes, get the most, not the lesser. Straight terror, product of your errors. Pushing culture, baby, got that product you can measure. Trendsetter, the one who get the weather. Swerving while I'm bumping Project Petter. Yeah, rolling through the city with the big dogs. Fuck the laws, loyal with me, we ain't got a cow. Silly on silent with the product in the pillar loud. That's how you make the money.
Well, YouTube, it's not every day I can come over here and tell you that that strut doesn't want to come out. The mounting plate, which is under here and your studs come up in here, well, if you see right here, there's this metal thing, or the actual top of the shock, gas, whatever, there's a lip here, your shock slides in. This thing has formed so much rust, it has practically welded itself into the strut tower, and I've been smacking this for 3 hours. Stay tuned for part 2 of how I get this out, because right now, I'm exhausting all my resources here. Like, this is not fun. Oh, you see that massive gouge right there? This is no good. Some debris got caught in there and it grinded the hell. There's a nasty groove in here. And that's 1, 2, third bearing on the head. And you can't just replace this cam because it's casted. The bearing caps are actually just cast aluminum with a coating. So this damage is in the cam cap too, which is a part of the head. And you would have to replace the head to fix that. There's no maintenancing this. This is you guys need a new engine. I could put it together, but it's not gonna last forever. It'll probably blow up pretty quick. So let me know what you guys want to do. Doesn't want to attach to anything, but
You know, that? Oh no. That's really bad. That is 10 times worse than what it was. But this cross member here is your steering. The box isn't broke, but if you look here, that's my steering box head right there. Shit. This is so much worse than it was last week. We've been driving this thing. Oh no. It really fucking came apart. That wasn't like that. We tried to hold it there, but it did nothing apparently. And nothing ever happened here. We tried to weld something more just to keep it on the road temporarily, but nope. All right, guys, well.
Dad, why did the child cross the road?
Why?
Because he didn't wear a seatbelt.
Fucking hell.
That is so...
Always wear your seatbelt, kids. See, we can make that a positive message. As I get older, I remember all the people I lost along the way. I'm a tour guide.
What do cannibals call a pregnant woman?
What?
A Kinder Surprise.
That's so fucked. It's a 2-for-1.
Pretty much. Why do Asian kids don't believe in Santa?
Why?
Because they make the toys.
That's so true, though.
It seems you can get anything for free these days.
Yeah?
The other day, I saw a sign that said Free Palestine.
Oh, fuck.
How do you get the neighborhood kids to stay off your lawn?
Oh.
Register as a sex offender.
Fucking, I mean, it is effective.
Why is it so hard to break up with a Japanese girlfriend?
What?
You have to drop the bomb twice before she gets...
Alright guys, so today we're going to talk about a 2013 Chevy Sonic. This right here is the ambient air temperature sensor harness plugs. So this plug here is a part of your main harness. This plug here is a part of the wiring harness that has this plug, and then it goes about a 2.5 foot wire to another plug that goes into your sensor. So upon figuring out why this AC wasn't working, look what I find. This thing has been abused. Look, you can see road scuffing. Like that is clearly signs this wire was dragging on the ground and was crushed, possibly during a parking stop, reverse scrapey-dapey. So this is why the temperature sensor was not working. So rewiring it, but there you go. And then you have your third primary chain that goes crank to intake sprockets. Alright? There's a tensioner that sits here with a plastic nipple that rides on our piston. 99.99% of the time it fails and breaks, and the plunger that's on your tensioner no longer seats properly on the guide. That's the number one cause failure. Now, the main thing that I want to point out here, guys, that most people fail to understand are the gallery gaskets on these engines. All right, so remember, these are variable valve timed intake cam based engines. So what happens here is this is your oil pump. With all the screws and stuff that you see I circled, that's your oil pump. Oil gets picked up from a pickup, which your oil filter is down here in this area, way down here, based on the engine. So oil gets... 1973! I finally got it running good. Now we're gonna do a full restoration to this car. We're gonna take the fenders off, sand it down, paint her up. Doing some work back here, got a voltage regulator problem. A few other things, but for a 50-year-old car, man, she runs really good. She's all here, and to save the test of time, you'll see why we're rebuilding it here shortly. Let me find it.
shitty paint job. Somebody repainted the car once. This is the original color though, so it's all here. Good resto. So here in a couple months, we should have this thing all back together, looking brand new.
Well, it's late and I don't really want to pull it back out, but crankshafts in. We're going to do pistons and already checked my grain gaps and everything. Everything seems good aesthetic, so stay tuned. All right, ladies and gents, the engine is ready. Yes, that's our Ford 302, fully rebuilt, fully sealed up, ready to go. Should be fired up in 2 days. Stay tuned. Vroom, vroom.
I don't know what happened, but something exploded.
If your car fucked up, don't panic, don't trip. With these hands, baby, I can do magic, bitch. I can fix any car on the planet, all of it. Hit my line right now, I'm a mechanic, hit me up. If your car fucked up, don't panic, don't trip. With these hands, baby, I can do magic, bitch. I can fix any car on the planet, all of it. Hit my line right now, I'm a mechanic, hit me up. Your car won't start, it's your...
Well, guys, here's our update. I know I haven't been keeping up on my channel lately, been very, very busy. But Big Blue's got her engine in. Today, what we're gonna be doing here, because I'm taking off the power steering pump, we're replacing that. This bracket's coming off, it's gonna get painted. But she's getting there. The auto cable's hooked up, most of the wires are hooked up. Just gotta do coolant hoses, the brackets, the belt drive system, and you name it. But we're getting there. Should be able to fire it up this week.
For all those naysayers out there saying this ain't a rebuild motor and it hasn't been apart for years, yeah, right. This ain't been apart for years. You're right, it hasn't. It's been sitting in the junkyard since it was rebuilt for like 5. But yeah, look.
But you have low oil pressure and random misfire and cam solenoid codes. It is probably this seal here or this seal here. So remember that, gentlemen, women, whoever loves the 3.5 liter Nissan motor. If you strengthen the primary chain tensioner and you go ahead and address these with upgraded seals or make your own, or if you're a person like me, you can make it all bulletproof. If you can fix those, all the red lines that are in here, and find a way to make sure it doesn't fail, you can put a good amount of power, about 450 horsepower, and I wouldn't say it wouldn't be a whole 100% reliable at 450 in a lot of cases, but I think this engine can handle easy 500 without risk of, a rebuild for more power in the future if you're really planning for it.
Listen, it's not that old people are bad drivers, or that young people are bad drivers, or that women are bad drivers, or that men are bad drivers. It's that the U.S. has a policy saying, hey, before you're 18, you need weeks worth of driver's ed training and hours worth of practice on the road to be a safe driver, knowing the rules of the road. But once you're 18, fuck all of that. Just go down to the DMV and just say, hey, I need to take a license test, and we'll test you on 10 things. And if you don't screw up those 10 things, you get a license. You get a license for...
Well, ladies and gentlemen, we're getting more progress. Don't worry. That's just mocking up for my adjuster bracket, which is right there. Just making sure everything fits. But starting to look like an engine.
If your car fucked up, don't panic, don't trip. With these hands, baby, I can do magic, bitch. I can fix any car on the planet, all of it. Hit my line right now, I'm a mechanic, hit me up. If your car fucked up, don't panic, don't trip. With these hands, baby, I can do magic, bitch. I can fix any car on the planet, all of it. Hit my line right now, I'm a mechanic, hit me up. Your car won't start, it's your alternator. Matter of fact, it just might be your radiator. Hold on. Or you can put some water in a little container, pour it in your car, and you can ride around.
I wanna be the best in the game, invest in my name. Check no restraints, I'm obsessed with the pain. I ingest, I retain, assess and I change. Possessed by the thought I'll be free one day from society's restraints. Money, clout and fame, mud, disease, a plague. We all love to hate, have to play the game, have to make a name. All our insecurities are on display. This is war with the enemy, think that it was meant to be. Living in a time where disease is on every screen. I won't let them fester me, I know most are festering. Negativity is a plague for the mentally weak. No mercy, all I got is working. Never stop searching, never quench the thirsty. I'm toxic and psychotic, with this logic you can't stop it. It's been chronic since I was a boy, so neurotic and chaotic. Built to last with the webs I'm weaving. I could change the past with all I'm achieving. Got my foot on gas, never stop competing. If you break like glass, then this life's gonna eat 'em. Make mistakes real fast, then you learn how to beat 'em. If you take off the cast, you can see all the healing. If the pain's in the past, move on from the grieving. Put your foot on the gas, no, never stop competing. I've been doing this, I'm on it. I just wanna be iconic. Sipping on a gin and tonic, got me going off when I'm on this topic. But if I ever play, I want it. You know that I'm always honest. Stay away from those who are toxic. Keep them out your face, no way, you don't want it. Don't try to drain my energy. The enemy is everything. It's mentally, unhealthily, spreading like a rare disease. But I won't let it get to me. I don't need your therapy. I can leave a legacy of leading by intensity. Come on, we can fight this. Freedom is priceless. Spread just like a virus. Living in a crisis. Do you feel courageous? Do you seek greatness? Trust me, you can take it. Go on and take your aim. Built to last in the webs I'm weaving. I could change the past with all I'm achieving. Got my foot on gas, never stop competing. If you break like glass, then this life's gonna eat 'em. Make mistakes real fast, then you learn how to beat 'em. If you take off the cast, you can see all the healing. If the pain's in the past, move on from the grieving. Put your foot on the gas, no, never stop competing. Take me back to a place where I felt at home. Take me back to a day when we weren't alone. Take me back to an age when the world felt small. Way back before we blew it all. Take me back to a place where I felt at home. Take me back to a day when we weren't alone. Take me back to an age when the world felt small. Way back before we blew it all. Too many things going on, I can't keep track of them all. From people dropping a bomb to people putting up walls. I feel like life is on hold, perception stuck in a vault. I know that time can heal all, but how much time till we fall? It's awfully chilly outside, when there's no shelter to hide. When everything is a lie, you'll find that out in some time. But when the things on your mind are all considered a crime, communication aside, we'll all just fight till we die.
Well guys, you get to hear a story now. Sorry I was gone much longer than I thought. Well, went out to go start my car. It ran for like 13 seconds and I forgot to get gas earlier. So I'm uphill, now in the middle of the road, stuck. Whew, thank God I only had to go downhill. So, yep, that's why it took so long. So I'm going to check up and see all the messages and all the hate I got.
Is this an argument or just the start of it? Either way, I don't wanna be a part of it. Can I just get some space? I don't have the heart for this. I can't be picking up the pieces, fixing scars from this. Is this an argument or just the start of it? I wanna drive away so I can be so far from it. I wanna find a place where no one breaks their promises. Or maybe drown myself in something that is bottomless. Take me back to a place where I felt at home. Take me back to a day when we weren't alone.
Well, guys, welcome to more of this crazy life I live. Yeah. Well, that's your brakes.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, this is the weirdest thing I've ever discovered. So, my customer called me, said his engine didn't run. Well, I found out what caused this issue. Somebody replaced the AC compressor over here, and it's not right. It sits too far forward. So what ended up happening was half the serpentine belt got caught behind the crank pulley. And as you can see, the carnage here. So what happened was the serpentine belt cut into the timing cover and then blew the timing belt apart. So, customer states, I had my engine rebuilt and now it's misfiring. I installed my intake myself. Found a vacuum leak. I should have known better than letting him put this on there. But, let me just tell you what he did. Well, I think we found the misfire. Heck, man. Okay, you see everything new every day. And as you can tell, I was trying to find a vacuum leak, and the stripping removed, and it backfired through the intake. And, yeah. All because of that crap.
Alright guys, so here we go. Well, I found the problem. Yeah, wiped out all the intake valves, but we got exhaust valve contact too. Oh no. Yay. Fun times ahead of me. Rebuild.
Can I just get some space? I don't have the heart for this. I can't be picking up the pieces, fixing scars from this. Is this an argument or just the start of it? I wanna drive away so I can be so far from it. I wanna find a place where no one breaks their promises, or maybe drown myself in something that is bottomless. Take me back to a place where I felt at home. Take me back to a day when we learned to.
Alright guys, today on Jury Rigged Bullcrap, we have a 2008 Honda to replace a 2007 Honda that my buddy flipped not too long ago. So this thing, today, what we're doing is we're watching paint dry. So exciting. Yep, no jury rigged engines today. This is jury rigged body work.
Proceed.
Yeah. So, yep, looks good. Looks good. Had a little tiny rust hole into this corner of this rocker, and it's fixed up. So,
Get your heart out, kiddos.
yeah, this is like the most exciting thing ever. You know, you can feel the excitement in my voice. You know, watching paint dry. Literally. All right, guys. Thanks for letting me waste your time. You have a good day. Stay humble. Screw body work. Oh, my mechanic friends out there, I think I just discovered a challenge that we all need to start trying. Can you shut your engine off and land top dead center perfectly? I think I just managed to do that somehow. Yeah, that's dead on point. How many times has anybody got lucky at doing random crap like that without the intention of doing it? It's pretty cool. Everybody go for it. Let's do a challenge. How many times do you have to start and shut off your engine to get it perfectly top dead center? This engine, I don't know how bad it is, but let's double check something right here while I have recording. Old spark plugs. That's white and crusty. That's a lean. That white crusty means we have a lean mixture, too much fuel, or no, too much air, not enough fuel.
Damn shame. What the world's gotten to.
The hell is going on in my Discord now? Fucking people talking about coke. God damn, you internet people, you amaze me. This is why I love the internet. Fucking bunch of frickin' hoodlums.
For people like me, people like you, it's our.
Alright guys, 2008 Ford E350. There's a common problem with these things, guys. Watch yourself. This radius arm has broke. As you guys can see, it's broke all the way through. The whole bottom half is not holding on. As you can see, we're hanging on by a hair right up here at the top. So today we're gonna be replacing this fucking radius arm.
Aiden, the Discord, we have a private side for me and my buddies who are gonna try and manage whatever fucking internet freaking bullshit I gain off this retarded shit. And they're being my friends and being retarded. We're a bunch of veterans. That's all you should know.
Ford life. All us techs know. If it wasn't for Ford, we wouldn't have a job. Job security. Welcome back to Jury Rigged Engines on the Porsche update. Yep. Yay! It actually wasn't bad to take out.
All right, I
You
regret
got 12
mentioning that.
bolts, 6 on
Guys,
each side for the CV shafts.
Don't thank me for my
You
service.
got
Thank me for my
2 bolts
sacrifices.
for
Actually,
your
don't thank me for anything. It's a thankless
coupler
job.
here.
Let's leave it at that. I want to.
One
That
there,
is
one in the
not
back.
what
There's an
this
access
is about.
hole.
I
Where
don't
is
need
it?
recognition for that. or
one
anything.
here for this bolt
But I appreciate the thought, Aiden.
at the front of the shaft. So there's a hole there, and then you got one on the torque tube access hole right there to get there. Then you have 4 bolts to hold the trans. 10 millimeter Allen, 17 millimeter, and then you got 2 17s that hold the mount to the car.
Oh, also, welcome to the Discord there, Aiden. Right now, it's kind of bland and just set up. We're too lazy to... We're supposed to, about a week ago, set it up, but we all run a business of our own, so trying to mitigate time to this and pay our bills is kind of, not feasible. So just so you guys know, there is a way to donate. Any contributions can help me dedicate more time to this versus people and their roofs. I hate people.
And then a jack. Oh yeah, you got your shift linkage, which is this small little bolt here. All right, guys, we're gonna cease today. Maybe if I can set the damn camera down somewhere safe. All right. You know you have a bad engine when there's no rocker arms, and this is the noise you hear. Well, that's a good sign. That's I'm waiting for the gurgling. There it is. That's a bad valve. Well, Austin, it's all about ready to go for a hood and come to you. This is how you know it's Brown certified, guys. An expensive as fuck. 1968 C10, baby. We about to pull the engine and transmission out because 3-speed, no way. Bare bones 350, nah. 383's going there. Yeah. Somebody show me a nicer truck. 68, man. Still looking like she did. All right, guys, customer states. I got a weird grinding noise from my brakes. Bro, there's no brake pad. That is caliper bracket on rotor. For anybody who's about to go try and rebuild or put turbo to a 1.8 liter R18A1 engine, rods, man, just spend the money. Get new rod bearings, main bearings, and get new rods. Slap it back together with new pistons and rings. Get a good hone. If your cylinder walls are good, slap that turbo in there. Get about 250 reliable. This is going to be
Hey, Aiden, go and do me a favor. If you're here and you've been here for a little bit and you're enjoying this, spam those hearts, spam that 100, spam all those little faces and the little flower thing. Kick up my algorithm a little bit. Much appreciated.
rebuilding an engine and doing an engine swap, you should always go over safeties, parts, you know, that could get you killed while you're driving. This is your steering shaft for a Ford F-Series truck from like the 80s to 90s. Yeah. No good. So, now we wait before we can continue. Yay. Alright, a little update of where I was. All the pistons are out. We got the crank exposed. Get ready to clean this bad girl. Here's all our parts. That's all the parts that move inside your small block Ford 302, minus the crankshaft and the camshaft. But really very simple engines. Now it's time to get the crank out and clean this bad girl thoroughly and then put it back together. Thanks for watching. Neck engine performance. We got ourselves a Honda R18. New pistons, new bearings. Actually it was pretty nice job here. We didn't find nothing too wrong with this bad girl. Honestly, I don't even think we needed to do all this, but we did a quick hone job. As you can see, we got our S45 crosshatch in there now. And a little bit of carbon scoring vertically. These old rings for the old pistons where the oil control ring was very, very plugged up. The head looked like it was a 150,000 mile head. And then I realized that we have this plug here. So if you guys have a 2006 to 2008, some cases the 09 R18 Z1s and A1s, your block would crack here. So they revised it and put this stupid thing here. The rebuild begins, ladies and gentlemen. Yes.
If your car fucked up, don't panic, don't trip. With these hands, baby, I can do magic, bitch. I can fix any car on the planet, all of them. Hit my line right now, I'm a mechanic, hit me up. If your car fucked up, don't panic, don't trip. With these hands, baby, I can do magic, bitch. I can fix any car on the planet, all of them. Hit my line right now, I'm a mechanic, hit me up. Your car won't start, it's your alternator. Matter of fact, it just might be your radiator. Hold on. Or you can put some water in a little container, pour it in your car, and you can ride around.
Owns a VQ35DE engine with Nissan. I want to point out some certain things that is lacking on information on these engines. We have several issues that fail on these engines. Number one is, well, most of them are right here in this area. So number one will be our timing chain, right? So what most people don't know is that there's 3 chains in this engine. All right, you see 2 between our cams here and 1 on the other side. And we look over here. All right, so, and then you have your 3rd primary chain that goes crank to intake sprockets. All right, there's a tensioner that sits here with a plastic nipple that rides on our piston. 99.99% of the time it fails and breaks, and the plunger that's on your tensioner. This is going to be out there to help anybody because there's really nothing on this Jeep online really for how-tos on how to change the rear subframe out. This is a 2010 Jeep Patriot 4-wheel drive. Actually, this thing was pretty easy. First thing you want to do is there's an 18 millimeter bolt and nut here. 18 millimeter nut and bolt here. There is an 18 millimeter bolt here. There is a 18 millimeter nut and bolt here, which bolts right here on the lower control arm. You take those off. You pull the wheel bearing hub tie or trailing arm. Pull the axle out. As you can see, the axle's down there. You can drop the whole subframe with all the control arms and everything bolted. There's 4 18 millimeters holding this to the frame along with the strut. Same on the other side. Now bolts that hold the subframe to the car. But before you do that, you got to take the drive shaft off. There are 4 14mm nuts on this. For the drive shaft, you got to drop the exhaust out. There's 2 14mm bolts that hold the exhaust flange to the exhaust muffler, or the exhaust manifold to the flange, I should say. There's this wire here. You got to take the wire off of all these brackets on the car so it dangles with the differential. There's a plug right there. So, all right, Manny. So right here, shit, if it'll focus. You see how right there's a goofy ass kink in this wire? I think that's our problem, because if you look inside there, the insulation cup also is cracked. So you're gonna need to repin this thing, and I bet you have enough little extra slack in this wire to where you can splice it here, repin it, get a new pin. I can help you figure that out, and then you could just reground this wire to your ECM, because that is your problem. AC compressor only comes out with no radiator. That's your condenser. There's your radiator. Not fun. Final update. Rear end's on the ground. Completely out of the car. There it is. The infamous torque tube. And then here's why we are replacing this. You can see very slightly this is twisted and it wobbles. See our cone here. It's walking around. It's not a perfect plane. So this is no good. Bearings are making noise too. Replace. Okay guys, today on Redneck Engine Performance, we moved all these cars around because here's the infamous flipped Honda Civic. Time to pull the engine and transmission out of this car and send it to the car crusher. Stay tuned. Today, this driveline will be right here. And here is the picture of this Honda on its roof. Yep. 25 mile an hour. Somehow ended on the roof. Well, today on Redneck Engine Performance, probably going to be a very delayed few day video that I upload this. I'm sick and tired. I got like a million videos to edit. But there's the engine transmission combo out of the car. And there's a buddy's car. And there's a Beetle. But, yep, getting stuff done in here. Yep, all this going to the scrapyard. We cut the windshield out to just yank the engine and cut it out. This car is totaled, so no sense in caring. But Redneck Engine Performance, guys. All right, guys, today on Jury-Rigged Bullcrap, we have a 2008 Honda to replace a 2007 Honda that my buddy flipped not too long ago. So this thing, today, what we're doing is we're watching paint dry. So exciting. Yep, no jury-rigged engines today. This is jury-rigged body work.
Proceed.
Yeah, so, yep, looks good. Looks good. Had a little tiny rust hole into this corner of this rocker, and it's fixed up. So
Get your heart out, kiddos.
yeah, this is like the most exciting thing ever. You know, you can feel the excitement in my voice. You know, watching paint dry. Literally. All right, guys. Thanks for letting me waste your time. You have a good day. Stay humble. Screw body work. And today, guys, they wouldn't take the car without the cat. So the junkyard gets the cat. Oh well. But to the crusher she goes. And then as soon as this is gone, this is coming in for a timing chain. Yeah.
fuck this car. Today on the Redneck Engine Performance, we have ourselves a Honda 1.5 liter that was from a car that flipped upside down. Just wanted to point some stuff out here. This is how you know 150,000 miles. People who own this engine have taken care of it. No sludge. It's clean. Clean engine. Yeah. I thought we were gonna maybe rebuild this fucker because it's out of the car. So next thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get down in here after I get the transmission off and get this over, set back up on my, once again, another engine stand. And we'll check the oil pan and check the bearings and stuff. If everything looks copacetic, we'll do a fucking refresh. Here's another update of today. This transmission, we're gonna go through it. It's got about 140,000 miles on it. Hopefully, quick refresh, maybe some new valve, or solenoids, yada yada yada. This thing, I don't know what we're gonna do with it really. I know it runs. It ran before I took it out the car, so I'm gonna pull the oil pan and check the bearings. But somebody's kept up really well on their oil on this bad girl, so I'm quite happy to see this. But alright guys, stay tuned. Guys, let's see what surprises await us in this oil pan. I have good hopes, but this is only one way to tell. Gotta come out. So stay tuned. Let's see what happens under here. Well guys, got some good news. That's a happy 150,000 mile rod bearing. You can see little materials worn, very little. That's nothing. But for shits and gigs, I'm gonna get a set of bearings and throw rod bearings in here because this engine ran upside down. As like this. It was upside down because the car was upside down and it ran like this, so no oil was going to the crank. But for the 30 seconds it ran with no oil, sure as fuck didn't hurt none. So yep, that's what we're gonna do. We're just gonna slap some rod bearings in here, and then we're gonna go ahead and do a gasket, reseal, head gasket, everything, top, new seals. I mean, she old. It's time to reseal her up. We had a bit of an oil leak right around here at the VTEC solenoid, it looked like. So just gonna go through and reseal all these stupid schmillicone covers. But for the most part, this engine is in really good shape. Today on Redneck Engine Performance. So I was doing videos earlier today breaking down this engine to see if I could find anything that would make me want to rebuild it. Well, let's see what I found here. So this is our oil control ring. It's pretty hard to tell, but this thing is carved up really bad. You can see it. Oil wasn't flowing right through this piston. Let's see what we found. Yeah, there's pretty good wear on this side. Not as bad on this side. So this is our thrust side. This is where most of the pressure is. If my phone will focus. Yeah. So, rebuild. Yay.
Going a little bit slower on the right, no big deal. But here ahead of us, we got a Jeep and, I don't know, maybe another Jeep, a red Jeep and a blue Jeep. What makes sense about this already is the person in the left lane is going the slowest and clogging that. If you all don't realize it, slower traffic is supposed to keep right. In fact, that's what I'm gonna do right now. I'm gonna get over to the right. I've got a person merging. And what we've got is a scenario that makes no sense. They're already clogging the lanes. I've got some people that want to merge. This person's a little slower, so we can merge no problem. And I'm just chilling out here in the right lane. But what's happened, because that Jeep clogging the left lane up there, this person in front of me in this Dodge, he wanted to go faster and then follows in line in the middle and cuts over. And already I've just gotten the highway and there's just weird lane discipline. The guy in the red Jeep up ahead, he did go a little bit faster and he got over, so that's nice.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, after a year of fussing done, I got her finally officially in time. No ticks, no clicks, no knocks, no nothing. Sounds beautiful. No misfires. Stable runner. Customer states, I had my engine rebuilt and now it's misfiring. I installed my intake myself. Find a vacuum leak. I should have known better than letting him put this on there. But let me just tell you what he did. Well, I think we found the misfire. What the heck, man? Okay, you see everything new every day. And as you can tell, I was trying to find a vacuum leak and the distributor moved and it backfired through the intake and yeah. All because of that crack, man. Sheesh. Today on Redneck Engine Performance, we get to tickle camshafts. Jokes. Alright, so this is a 2.4 Ecotech that somebody started to do a timing chain on and never finished. I have to take the cams out and polish them because this thing was left open to the atmosphere. But a little bit of pitting. Not really, it's just surface. It's not really that rough and I can scrape it off. I don't have a whole lot of faith in this cam. Maybe some Scotch Brite, we'll see what we can do. But yeah, Ethan, don't do that again.
Hold up to me, 'cause I'm a little unsteady. A little unsteady. Hold up to me, 'cause I'm a little unsteady. A little unsteady.
Well, I found what killed your AC, man. You see that up and down scratches in there? That is wear. It's basically like having your cylinder walls that have bad piston rings. Look at that one. See those scratches. Confirms why yours is bad. This is your old AC. It is burnt up. Okay guys, customer states, here's clunking noise. Look what I find. Our clunking noise is our body mount. This thing is moving. I can see daylight down there too. See? Boop, 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 boop. I'm wondering if we have rot. I think we have rot, guys. Oh no. Good old red reliable, broke a timing, chain sprocket, and then I find sludge. Fuck. Get these wires out of here so I can at least get that down. But yep, guys, looks like the Chevy 350 with the OG ram horn exhaust. And this thing is all original, nobody's opened it before. Well guys, welcome today. Not very often I come into U-Pullets for parts, but if I find anything cool, I'll be sure to show you guys what's rotting away in this junkyard. Stay tuned. Maybe you'll find something good. Right here, we're looking for a 5/4 Triton valve cover. This video is for anybody who has decided to do timing chains on their 2.5 liter Nissan engines between 2002 and I believe '08. If you put it back together and you notice you lost oil pressure, it's because you're missing that O-ring. This right here is a hard piece of plastic, okay? And your oil pump on this engine is right here. This is your oil pump, okay? Oil comes here, comes up, pressurizes, come out this hole. This seal needs to be right there. And you have another one too, right here. Remember, you'll lose oil pressure if that's not there, because oil will just spray right into the case, not go anywhere else in the engine. And that's your oil pressure sender unit, aka pressure gauge. So, fun facts. Don't lose this.
Yeah, what's up, man? I'm here. What's your question there? Shoot, I'm here to answer and help. I like helping. All right. What year Mopar? Are we talking like 60s, 70s, 80s, old school, carbureted, or are we talking about like a 460 Magnum? Or 360, my bad. All right, I was hoping it, being that you use Mopar, it was old jammy. All right, so back of the engine, is it by the intake, or would it be underneath the exhaust manifold, or would it be behind the head? Because depending on where your freeze plugs are, there could be a freeze plug in your head. It could be the coolant passage at the back of your valley, where your intake has the coolant passage right there on the back side of the head. The head gasket itself could be leaking there. I don't remember where they put the temperature probe on that engine for the coolant. It could be that, or it could be a freeze plug. Worst case, cracked block. Does any of that help you there? If it's leaking passenger side, okay, is it passenger side of the block? Is it passenger side by the head? Have you bothered to take a phone video camera and stick back there, or take a picture while it's running, or a video, see where the coolant's actually coming from? Because a Mopar engine from 76, I'm assuming it's inside of a big engine bay, should not be a problem to see what's going on back there with your phone camera. If you didn't think of that, you're welcome. corner of block? Is it going to be the corner where the intake, the head, and the block meet right there at the top? Or would it be closer to head to block, more center, away from intake? Here, give me 1 sec. I'm going to pause the video feed here, and I'm going to find... All right, so here, my friend, if you're still here, are you? Yeah, if it's your block, you're screwed. You're gonna need it casted, but I will show you here what happens with your coolant. So, no, I didn't want to do that. So right here, these two holes at the bottom of your, you got head bolt. You'll see the four same similar holes. Below the dowel's a head bolt, and the two little holes on the center. That's your oil drain hole, okay? That your oil returns there to the block. Now, if you look up at the top right corner, right here, you see above that head bolt at the top right-hand corner? That is a coolant passage that goes into your head. And in your head flows that coolant passage into your intake. So if your leak of coolant, being that this is a solid block, as you can see, it's not an open deck block, it's going to be a cracked head or a block right there. Now you have freeze plugs too, man. Let's go to this. Your freeze plugs are going to be right there. So wherever your oil filter is, that's going to be your coolant leaks. If it's down here where these freeze plugs are. I need to find a picture of the back of the block. That would be nice, to be honest with you. Because I'm wondering if there's a freeze plug at the rear of the block. And I can't freaking find a single picture on the internet of the back of a freaking block. Why is this so dumb? Maybe I just had the flywheel. Oh, no. Nope. Bro, the internet, man. The internet, bro. Hey, here we go. All right, that should answer your question, bro. The two freeze plugs are going to be in the bell housing. So I would suspect if your coolant leak is, hold on. I know how I could do this. All right, now I can draw. If your leak is coming from right around here, it's going to be leaking from the head going down, or your block's cracked if it's here. Now you got to remember where your valley is. You got 3 surfaces here. Coolant comes up here, goes into the head, goes, let's move this out of my way. So coolant moves up into the head. It passes over, goes into the intake, past crossovers, goes into here, flows to the front of your motor. So you could have a leak at your intake manifold, you could have a cracked block, or a bad freeze plug. I mean, oh, you don't see this? Can you not see? Oh. What about now? Can you see? If you don't see me drawing lines, that's fine. But do you see my stream? All right. So with this picture here, would you say the leak is, that's driver's side, so it's gonna, this is the passenger side. All right, so we're gonna go the bell housing bolts, all right? Center bell housing bolt over cam journal. And then the bolt to the right would be the top of your head. The bolt to the very bottom above the dowel pin for your trans would be the bottom side of your head. Where would you say your leak is coming? If it's near, if it's between the two, the center trans bolt and the second trans bolt top head, I'm going to suspect you got a valley leak. Passenger side is going to be, oh shit, it's not zooming in. Uh-oh. I think the stream froze.
This video is...
Yeah, my stream froze, guys. I don't know what's going on. But the right side of this, so if you're looking at the picture, man, the right side is passenger. Your transmission bolts up to this. So this picture is if you're sitting in the driver's seat of the car, the engine is facing the correct way as it should in the car. So the passenger side would be the right side, being the stream has frozen. Now, where would it be? So if you look in the center of the block where the crank and cam go, there's a bolt hole at the top. That is the dead top center north 12 o'clock position of your engine. Is it near the bolt to the right of the center bolt, or is it to the bolt to the far right above the dowel pin of the transmission? So basically you got center bolt, the first bolt hole, and then second bolt hole. Well, everything here is under the head, bro. This is the block. There's no heads, there's no intake. This is naked block, right? There's no oil pan, there's no crankshaft, there's no internals. So the bottom of your head would start where the bolt hole at the 2 o'clock position is, and the bolt hole where at the 3 o'clock position would be the bottom side of your head. Where between those two bolt holes do you think your leak's coming from?
for anybody.
That's not working. My stream has froze. Of course it froze, but the messages are still coming up. So before I end this stream, I don't want to end it unless you just want to come back when I can actually help you figure this out here. Let me know if you're still here, though. Yes. You should see the bolt hole. You should see the leak. Literally, bro, the best thing I can tell you to do. Take your phone, record a video, run the vehicle so you see coolant dripping, and then put your phone down behind the engine, and you'll figure out where the leak is. You know what I mean? Below the head are going to be the 2 bolt holes that you would have to access from under the hood. You would basically 5 bolts you would pull off the trans, more than likely from the hood, and the 2 bottom bolts are going to be for that clutch cover or fucking torque converter cover. But more than likely, dude, you need to, another thing you should just probably do, you're obviously leaking coolant from where it's going to require the intake or head to come off. You might as well just do it. Take the carburetor off, take the head off, intake off, and then take your heads off, because it's really not that hard to do. It'd probably take you 30 minutes if you have power tools to pull that head off and figure it out. But odds are you probably have a cracked head before you would crack the block. The only way I'd see you cracking the block is if you had a lot of torque, or you might have been moving forward and slammed that bitch in reverse, something that would have caused the bell housing and transmission to try and twist, or you overheated the engine. But generally speaking, that's a lot of metal to crack, so it'd probably be the head or a head gasket or a intake gasket. I mean, if it was me, I would literally just pull the engine apart. I can tell you right now, head gasket and intake gaskets, you're probably paying $100. Might as well just do it anyways, because that's where your leak is going to require the engine to come apart. So you might as well just do it. There's no remedy for it, man. You start putting stop leak in there, I'm going to slap you. Yeah, just so you know, the coolant only flows at the top of your block. Your oil returns at the bottom of the head. Your coolant flows at the top, and it's going to be the front right corner, the front left corner, and the rear right corner and the rear left corner, top of the block, top of head. So if you're looking at your engine from the side, you're looking directly at the passenger head. The coolant's going to flow at the top left-hand corner and top right-hand corner, polar opposite of on the driver's side, same exact spots. Because your coolant passages, like a 350, Ford and Mopar, they have 4 coolant jackets that run at each top corner of the head from your cylinder walls. All right, so why are you asking me, bro? This is a fucking goddamn old school fucking small block Mopar. Like, come on, go rookie. Freaking, you're probably older than me. I'm 31, dude. Why are you asking me? I love it, man. I'm glad you reached out. It's always best to get a second opinion. I'm the same way. Well, hey, at least you're starting rookie status with a very simple design of an engine. All right, I'm going to restart my stream because it froze. So if anybody wants to come back, just wait about 2 minutes and I'll be back up.